All right. This is it's kind of a secret mission, um, but it's that basically tells the story of you know, you can just watch. It's called Second Wave.
By now, you've faced the Borg. The Collective is appearing with more frequency in the Alpha Quadrant now, and Defera is facing repeated attacks. We've been able to push them back so far, but we can't do it forever. Not without help. Starfleet has convinced representatives from the Klingon Empire, the Cardassians, and the Deferi to meet on Deep Space Nine. We want you to be there as well.
Cool. Now, one of the things that's really interesting about this is that it's one of the original episodes that they built in this game. So the Deep Space Nine is the original build of Deep Space Nine. So this is the original version, not the revamped version that they did a few years ago when they started the Gamma Quadrant episode. They reworked, so you'll get to see the original version and basically the way everything works on that one. I've noticed everything is like big, like it's huge. Like your character would be like 3 feet tall or 4 feet tall or something like that to be able to fit into this area. I kind of think the new one is kind of cramped. But this is fun. This is a fun episode. I really enjoyed this. There's also a bunch of very unique rewards and stuff. Welcome to Deep Space Nine. I know you're here for the conference, but Commander Andros would like to see you in Ops as soon as you have time. Enjoy your stay. Alright. So yeah, you'll notice that everything's... It just seems just like it's just bigger. And I've got a pretty tall character. So you've got your Bajoran Temple, Vulcan monks debating with Prylars. There's a Orb of the Prophets in there. Everything's just in different places, basically. Yeah, look at this thing. Huge in comparison.
I'm looking forward to the conference. I'm sure the discussion on the Borg will be enlightening. Your government's position will be of particular interest to me. Clearly, the Borg are a major threat to the Quadrant. However, Cardassia's ability to assist in any action against them will be somewhat limited. If you will recall, we dismantled our military after the Dominion War. We still maintain a small force, but for planetary defense only. Any Cardassian military vessels you may have seen were undoubtedly stolen by the so-called True Way. Regrettably, Starfleet has yet to put a stop to their campaign of terror, though I'm sure they're giving it their best effort.
That's new. They added him. That's great. Oh, that's right. Outfitter in there. Ooh, I wonder if he says anything. Nope. Just changes outfits. Boring. That's one of the things about this original thing that make it... I'm glad that they redid it for the new set, is that there's a lot of talking characters. In the original one, there wasn't that many talking characters. It's really something that brings these MMOs to life, especially if it's an RPG one like this one is. So, I think there's a handful of people I can talk to. Yeah, there you go.
Hello. How can I help you today?
Ah, this This is the old Omega Force area. Oh, there you go. Dancing Orions. Alright, let's check out Quarks before we go in there. And you'll notice you can't just walk straight in.
Always wins.
You got to,
What can I get for you?
load it in. Yeah. Nothing special on there. How about this guy? He doesn't say anything cool either. Morn. Nope. He doesn't say anything. Oh, here we go. One of the ambassadors.
Greetings. My name is Sarah, and I speak for the Deferi. Until recently, my people isolated ourselves from the rest of the galaxy in an attempt to remain neutral. We seek balance in all things, and therefore choose not to take sides in conflicts that do not concern us. The Borg, however, threaten everyone. My own world has been scarred by the collective. I look forward to hearing your thoughts about how we can deal with the Borg when the conference convenes.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you would. I don't think there's anybody else in here. I bet you part of the mission is me doing this. And I'm doing it anyway. I think I'll just skip to the operations thing. This one looks pretty similar.
Welcome to DS9. I'm Commander Karen Andrews, Captain Carlin's first officer. He asked me to inform you that he's been delayed dealing with an incident in Cargo Bay 3.
Oh, that's it? See, this is what I'm talking about. There's not that much of voice acting in there. It's like they didn't have the budget for it or something. I'll read it, though. Unfortunately, we won't be able to begin the conference until Captain Curlin is available. I wonder, would you be willing to track down the other attendees and inform them of the delay? I can send a junior officer, but I thought this way you'd get a chance to meet the delegates before formal talks begin. Every little bit of connection or information helps in a diplomatic situation. Okay. See, I told you. I knew I would have to actually talk to these people. Hilarious. Okay, let's go back to the promenade. Well, hello, Elam Garrick.
I'm looking forward
gonna
to
tell
the
me the same
conference.
stuff that we
If
already
you
talked
will
about?
recall, we dismantled our military after the Dominion War. We still maintain a small force, but for planetary defense only. Any Cardassian military vessels you may have seen were undoubtedly stolen by the so-called True Way. Regrettably, Starfleet has yet to put a stop to their campaign of terror, though I'm sure they're giving it their best effort.
Oh, I'm sure they are. Captain Curlin has been unavoidably detained. We will delay the start of the conference until he is ready.
I'm reminded of an associate of mine, Gul Mavek. He was stationed here during the Dominion occupation. During his time here, he developed a fondness for Bajoran distilled Kanar. Apparently, during the Cardassian occupation, the soldiers wanted their favorite libation, but there was not enough Kanar in the shipments from home. So these resourceful young officers conscripted a group of Bajorans, mostly from the religious houses, to distill Kanar for them.
Okay.
The Kanar from Bajor has a different color and flavor from Cardassian vintages. Purists frown on it, of course, but many Cardassians developed quite a taste for it while they were here. Needless to say, it is impossible to find it on Cardassia Prime. I was hoping to acquire some for Mavek before returning home, but I'm afraid the conference is demanding my attention. Perhaps you could be of assistance?
I don't think it's right to go get Bajoran distilled Kanar from the Cardassians, considering that they were occupying Bajor and forcing those people to make their drinks. But this is a diplomatic thing. What the heck. Oh. It's a quest. Interesting. What the heck? What is it circling? Oh, it is circling these guys. I'll talk to this guy. Do you have any Bajoran distilled Kanar? Are you looking for a hard to locate item? Maybe something that's a little out of the ordinary? Bajoran distilled Kanar. That's very hard to find. Those who prize it are even more rare. Given enough time, I'm confident I could find some for you, but I do not have any currently. If you want me to contact my suppliers, let me know. Thank you, but I'll look elsewhere. Okay, that was one. I'll ask this guy. Oh, jeez.
May the prophets bless you.
Do you know any Bajorans involved in distilling Kanar during the occupation?
Peace be with you.
Okay. Unfortunately, yes. I have met some of our revered elder monks and Vedics who were forced to work in the distilleries during the occupation. Work in the distilleries was long and difficult, just like in the mines on Bajor, or the iridium refinery that was once this very station. Food and medicine was scarce. The work was dangerous and never-ending, and the Cardassians were less than kind to the workers. Yeah, that's what I thought. The Cardassians forced our monks and Vedics to work in the Kanar distilleries because they wanted to break them, and break the Bajoran will in turn. Men like Gul Dukat realized that our faith sustains us through difficulty. They wanted Bajorans to see men and women who have dedicated their lives to the prophets toiling to serve the Cardassians instead. And even worse, these brave souls were forced to make Kanar, a useless product that only served to give their slave masters pleasure. One of our blessed elders donated a few bottles of Kanar to an exhibit of artifacts from the occupation so that we would never forget the horrors of war. Those bottles bring up some very dark memories. If some good would come of it, I will gladly give one of them to you. Truth be told, I do not think such terrible things belong in this sacred place. Thank you for your help. Interesting. So, basically, he's saying that it's not bad because if you get rid of it, then you don't have to have it anymore. Interesting. That is an interesting way to look at it. Okay, I guess I'll give it to him then. Although I wish I could talk to some other people. It's always good to get the whole thing, you know? All the options before you get the one you're actually supposed to get.
I'm looking forward to the conference. If you will recall, we dismantled our military after the Dominion War. We still maintain a small force, but for planetary defense only. Any Cardassian military vessels you may have seen were undoubtedly stolen by the so-called True Way. Regrettably, Starfleet has yet to put a stop to their campaign of terror, though I'm sure they're giving it their best effort.
It still gives me the option. I'd love to find the Kanar you wanted. I was able to find the Kanar you wanted. Please accept it as my gift to you. I looked everywhere for the Kanar you wanted, and I couldn't find any. Ooh. I learned a little more about the Kanar you requested, and I won't get it for you. It's a symbol of oppression and an insult to the Bajorans. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one. Bam.
A point of view shared by many, to be sure. Not the most diplomatic position, but you're certainly entitled to your opinion. I suppose Gulmavek will have to settle for the Kanar back on Cardassia Prime. He'll be disappointed, of course, but one does not always get what one desires.
True that. I refuse to give him the bottle of Kanar. Yeah, stuff it. Stuff it, Garrick.
I was informed you would be here. Have you come with another friendly reminder from Commander Andrews? Feel free to report back to her and let her know that I haven't eaten the furniture or scared away the Dabo players. Not yet, anyway.
Jeez, eating the furniture. That's funny. Commander Andrews wanted you to know that the start of the conference has been delayed.
That is troubling. My ship is waiting to return to Kronos as soon as these talks are completed. I have no wish to linger here any longer than is necessary.
Okay, then. Alright, who's next? I like how they all transport in. That's funny.
Dabo makes the universe go round.
And this is the guy I talked to earlier.
Greetings. My name is Sarah, and I speak for the Deferi.
I'm just gonna skip what he
Until
says.
recently, my people isolated ourselves from the rest of the galaxy in an attempt to remain neutral. We seek balance in all things, and therefore choose not to take sides in conflicts that do not concern us. The Borg, however, threaten everyone. My own world has been scarred by the collective. I look forward to hearing your thoughts about how we can deal with the Borg when the conference convenes.
Captain Curlin has a situation that must be dealt with immediately. I'm sorry to tell you that the start of the conference has been delayed.
I understand. I must find something to do with my free time. I had been hoping to spend some time in one of the holosuites here. Several people have recommended them, and there is an historical holoprogram, the Matara Nebula, that I have been eager to play. Could you help me gain access to a holosuite? An hour or two would be more than sufficient.
Let me see what I can do. There should be a way to get a reservation for you. I have other duties. I wanted to deliver the message about the... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this one. Diplomatic distractions. Ambassador Sarah of the Deferi would like to visit a holosuite while he is visiting Deep Space Nine. Holosuite reservations are available from Hadron in Quarks. Why not ask Quark? I mean, he's right there. What's up, Hadron? Ooh, wait. Ah, how much is this? Is one of the ones that they changed.
What can I get for you?
I need to reserve a holosuite for the Deferi ambassador.
Sorry, I can't help you there. All of the holosuites are booked solid for the next week. I almost have more business than I can handle. Almost. Might be time to expand. Been thinking about a franchise operation for some time now. A Quarks in every sector, a Quarks in every quadrant.
Sounds like a great idea, Quark.
The only way you're going to get a reservation for today is by traveling back in time 3 months and making one there. That was a joke, by the way. You and I both know that the Federation gets pretty cranky about someone violating the Temporal Prime Directive.
What if I find someone willing to give up their reservation?
I don't have any problem with that, as long as it doesn't make any problems for me. Understand? You bring Chief Rowe or Curlin in here asking about someone shaking people down for holosuite reservations, I won't hesitate to point out any suspicious characters I know about.
Alright, well. I'm guessing there's a handful of people in here who have reservations. So this place sells the real deal. You can get synthahol if you want, but this stuff's great. Hey, you're just my type. Doing anything later? Do you have a reservation in the hall suite for today? Aggressive, aren't you? That's good. I like that. And I do have a holo suite reserved. I have already chosen a program, but I'm sure we can change it to something that's more fun for two. Would you like to get a drink or dinner beforehand, or should we just meet you there? I'd like to acquire your reservation, but I don't want to share. Oh, that's a shame. I thought really had something. The reservation isn't for sale. However, if you change your mind, I might consider letting you join me. Then again, maybe not. You Starfleet types aren't much fun. That's funny. That is really funny. Go away. I don't want any company, especially yours. Do you have a holo suite reservation for today? Who wants to know? I need a reservation. Interested in selling yours? Humph. No. Why are you still here? Go away! Wow, this is really funny. Alright. Third time's the charm. Hey there. May I interest you in some self-sealing stem bolts? Self-sealing stem bolts. Do you have a reservation in the holosuites? I do! I'm going to use the holosuite to help demonstrate all the wonders of quality self-sealing stem bolts to a very important potential customer. Between you and me, those things are harder to move than you might think. I need your reservation. Interested in making a deal? I need to sell my entire inventory or my profits this month will be way off projections. That's why I reserved the holosuite. I need to make a great impression on this new customer. But if you bought all of my stem bolts, then I could cancel my meeting and catch the next shuttle out of here. Do we have a deal? I don't need that many stem bolts, but I might be able to arrange a buyer for you. We're going to do the Great Material Continuum. Deal. I'll be here until my meeting starts. If you find a buyer for my self-sealing stem bolts, before then, I'll give you my holosuite reservation. That is fun and funny. Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's go out into the main hall and find somebody.
Sorry to trouble you again, but Captain Curlin is wrapping up the problem in the cargo bay, and we will be able to begin the talks very soon. I've notified the other attendees, but our opening speaker isn't responding to hails. Could you please track him down for me? Admiral Zavglach Trem mentioned wanting someplace quiet. You might try the upper promenade or the temple.
Okay. But first, I'm going to talk to these people about stem bolts. Do you have any interest in bulk purchase of self-sealing stem bolts? I don't even know what a self-sealing stem bolt is. Are they used in agriculture? You need something? I need a buyer for self-sealing stem bolts. Interested? No way. There's no money in self-sealing stem bolts these days. However, if you have a few cases of reverse ratcheting, rounding hyperspanners, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands. Oh man, that's really funny. Alright, what do we got? Oh, there we go. There's somebody in wherever that is. Oh, it's Captain Val Kelshawn.
Greetings.
I'm Captain Volkel Shaw. I've heard a lot about you. It's good to finally meet.
It definitely is.
I'm glad there's someone else here who's faced the Borg in battle. We have a perspective the rest of these full-time diplomats don't.
Do you still need any help on your ship?
I appreciate the offer. My crew could really use a few extra hands to get the work done. But if you need your officers to do something else, I understand. I'll talk to Commander Andrews to see if she has anyone who can help.
I'm gonna do this. Cool. It's always good to get extra crew assignments. This video is gonna be longer than I was expecting. Hey, I put boil limiter on the thing. Does it let me keep doing it? Oh, set to start. Okay.
Greetings. I'm Captain Volk. I'm glad there's someone else here who's faced the Borg in battle. We have a perspective the rest of these full-time diplomats don't.
Do you need a large quantity of self-sealing stem bolts?
How many do you have? My chief engineer has been looking for stem bolts for weeks. He wants to do some upgrades to the Belfast, and the Defiant class has always been a little touchy. Sometimes it's best to use what works, even if the technology's a little out of date. We've made inquiries with several traders, but everyone we talked to dumped their inventories after the speculation bubble burst. Some Ferengi out there made a small fortune a few months ago cornering the stem bolt market, but now that supply is gone. I was hoping to find some here, but so far I haven't had the chance. If you know of a source, my crew could make the upgrades we need without having to find an industrial replicator.
That is really funny. I have a source. You're in luck. God, this is so freaking funny. Come to Quarks. Quarks is fine. Come to Quarks. Don't walk. Run!
Oh, your luck has to change sometime.
Oh, dang it. I hate that. Did you find a buyer for my stem bolts? Yes! A ship captain wants to acquire your entire stock. That's fantastic news! I have the stem bolts sent to his ship immediately. If I catch the next shuttle, I'll be home in time for my daughter's birthday. I'll tell Hadrian that my holosuite reservation is yours. Thanks again.
What can I get for you?
Czar is willing to give me a holosuite reservation.
Good for you. There is the small matter of the reservation transfer fee, however.
What reservation transfer fee?
There is a minor fee associated with transferring a holosuite reservation. It's just enough to cover my administrative costs. 10,000 gold press latinum. Payable immediately.
10 freaking thousand. Really, bro? Gosh darn it. I hit it big at Daiwo. Here's 10,000.
I see you're a person who values a quality holosuite. We have a deal.
Maybe not.
Ooh, I can see you're a tough negotiator. And you do have a paid reservation. I'll make you a deal to speed things up so you can go save Captain Proton or whatever it is you need the holosuite for. 2,000 gold pressed latinum. I'm losing money here, but I'll do it for you.
Not losing anything. It's already been reserved. Are you insane? Oh, I want to pay him just because. Let's see.
You're killing me here. All right. I'll give you the friends and family discount. But you owe me one, and I have every intention of collecting. 100 gold pressed latinum. Final offer. I suggest you take it.
I mean, I have it, but I want to see what happens if I say it.
Oh, that sounds like a personal problem. Look, there's a Dabo table behind you. Try your hand at that. You might get lucky. Eventually. Good luck.
Wow.
What can I get for you?
That is really funny.
You're killing me here. All right. I'll give you the friends and family discount. One, and I have every intention of collecting. 100 gold pressed latinum. Final offer. I suggest you take it.
100 gold pressed latinum sounds reasonable. Here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you. Enjoy yourself. Drop by any time you're on DS9.
You got it, Quirk. That was really funny.
Greetings. My name is Sarah, and I speak for the Deferi.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip right into this. Because that's the third time I've heard that.
Greetings.
So I'm gonna talk over him.
My name is Sarah.
I was able to get a
and
reservation
I
for the
speak
holosuite for you.
Deferi.
Please enjoy yourself.
Wonderful. Most of the holotechnology on Defera is used for training or utilitarian purposes, so I don't have many chances to use a holosuite for entertainment. Thank you for your assistance. I hope you didn't go through too much trouble on my account.
Oh, no, the Great Material Continuum gave. That was fun. That was fun. Alright. What's home? Alright, that's good enough. Let's go to the next one. Where is this? Oh, it is in the Bajoran temple here.
My apologies, both to you and Commander Andrews. It's not often that I get some time to myself these days. Captain Kurland offered me the use of his office, but I came here instead for some peace and quiet. Peace. It's in far too short of supply these days.
Ain't that the truth?
I've been in Starfleet for a long time. I've seen more battles than I care to remember. But this one, there's no reasoning with the Borg. There's no chance for a non-violent solution. I only hope that we can unite before they come for us. No one is safe.
Alrighty. Finish these real quick. That's cool. I like getting little things like that. Do I talk to somebody? Oh, take a seat.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so pleased that you all agreed to join us here today. As many of you are all too aware, the Borg attacks are increasing. If they are left unchecked, Starfleet predicts that the entire Alpha Quadrant could fall within 3 years. We all must work together to push these invaders out of our space and protect our homes and families.
I do not agree. My empire will stand, with or without your assistance. The Klingon Empire has never been stronger than it is right now. I dare the Borg to challenge us. Starfleet may cower in fear before a bunch of machines, but we do not.
If the Borg assimilate everyone in this quadrant,
from the Klingon
might
Empire
of the Klingon Empire will
he hopes we are
pale
also
in
crippled
comparison
by
to
our
that of
efforts
the
to
Collective.
stop the Borg. We will be no match for a battle-hardened Klingon fleet. I
How
do
does the
not
proverb
want
go?
to be assimilated. But I don't
yes.
want to be a
The
servant
wind
to the Klingon
does
Empire
not
either.
respect a fool.
The Deferi believe that all things must be in balance. We cannot counter the Borg threat if we ourselves are counter to one another. The Deferi do not wish to act against any of you. Therefore, should this meeting not reach a consensus, our best course of action is to not act at all.
Starfleet will do what it must to protect the Federation. However, if you want our assistance, you need to be willing to protect yourselves and contribute to this campaign. The Borg will be stronger if any of your civilizations are assimilated. Starfleet's hard at work developing new technology and tactics. We, at least, will be ready. And if we can't cooperate, I hope you don't suffer. And that we develop new weapons in time.
This is getting us nowhere. We came together in the spirit of cooperation. We need to find common ground. Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Yes. Huh. Seems like they didn't finish switching this set over to Garrick over here from the previous guy that they had. That's kind of annoying. I wanted to hear what Garrick had to say. I mean, they added it, but they didn't do it right. Okay. Klingon Empire will be foolish to ignore this fight. The Cardassia will be weakened if your government does not participate in this accord. Balance can only be preserved with the help of the Deferi. Let's do the Cardassian one.
Cardassia Prime is still rebuilding from the Dominion War. We've achieved a great deal, but there is still much more to do. The continued threat of the true way makes progress difficult. Simply put, draining Cardassia's limited resources to fight the Borg will be a hard sell to the Detapa Council.
That's weird. I wonder why I can't get the diplomacy here. I have everything all beefed up. Anyway, hope to minimize casualties by working together against the Borg. This will allow Cardassia to maintain its position in the Alpha Quadrant. What about your people? What will happen to them if the Borg invade Cardassia Prime? A potential war after the Borg are dealt with isn't important now. What you should be thinking about is how to survive the collective attacks. Let's do this one.
We will protect our home world until the very end. Never think otherwise. Believe me, we understand the threat of the Borg. We just don't have the resources of the Federation or the Klingons. Even the Republic is in a better state in that regard. Defending Cardassia is not only our first option, it is our only viable option.
I wonder if they'll let me.
Now, did you have something you wanted to...
Cardassia Prime is still rebuilding from... It may occur to you that Cardassia is weak. You would be gravely mistaken. We will not throw away all that we have rebuilt to dash out and fight a war for the so-called greater powers in the Quadrant. To do so would dishonor every Cardassian sacrifice it took us to get where we are today. Our position will be one of defense, and defense only.
Boo.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Why I can't get the diplomacy thing on then? I hate that. Man, I hate that. Captain Sean, the Federation cannot afford to give the Borg a foothold in the Alpha Quadrant.
Starfleet will do everything we can to protect the Federation and its allies. However, there are too many drains on our resources and a limited number of ships and officers. It may be simply unfeasible for us to sign on to be the protector of the entire Alpha Quadrant. Besides, we need to consider the Prime Directive. There are limits to what we can do.
I thought mutual protection was one of the tenets in which the Federation was founded.
Under dire circumstances, Starfleet may be forced to pull back from protecting all life to a position where we can defend only the core worlds. I hope it doesn't come to that. If it does, however, The needs of the many must outweigh the needs of the few.
If you leave any worlds outside Starfleet's bubble of protection, you'll only be encouraging open revolt and chaos. You can't deal with that and the Borg too. The Borg are a bigger threat than any one of us can handle on our own. We need to work together. I'm guessing that will make it happen. Yeah, whatever. I'll just do that.
Starfleet recognizes the Borg threaten all life in the Alpha Quadrant. We've lost too much already. We cannot lose anymore. Eventually, we'll all need to put our differences aside and unite in opposition to the Borg or anyone else who sows chaos and destruction. We'll put an end to this together.
Good.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Okay, see, now I'm getting diplomacy XP. Are those on here? Diplomacy. Interesting. So if I had this one, I could play this mission better. That's interesting. And annoying.
Be careful. You are dangerously close to insulting the honor of the Klingon Empire.
You talk about honor. Doesn't your honor require you fight with all your strength against an enemy like the Borg? Will the Klingon Empire cower while the rest of us go out to fight the Borg?
Do not presume to know what our honor demands. The Empire's pursuit of honor does not mean we are compelled to fight other people's battles.
Is it honorable to hold back your full strength in a fight?
Full strength? Ha! The might of the Klingon Empire can stand against the entire galaxy. Let them come.
Even the Empire has limits. It will only be full strength if it ends its other wars in the quadrant. As an Empire, you are strong. But is the quadrant strong without you? The Borg will not take sides. They oppose everyone. I'm going to do this one. To defend against the Borg, you will need to pull back to your forces to protect Kronos, the main worlds, and the main worlds of the Empire. The other planets, even the Gorn homeworld, will be vulnerable.
Do not dictate strategy to me. The Klingon Empire values strength. We stepped in to defend the Deferi once because we owe them a debt of honor. We owe you nothing.
I'm going to try that one again.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add?
Be careful. You are dangerously close to insulting. Do not dictate strategy to me.
He's upset.
Now, did you have...
Be careful. Do not presume to know what our honor demands. The Empire's pursuit of full strength. Ah! The might of the Klingon Empire can stand against the entire galaxy. Let them come.
Even the Empire has limits. It will only be full strength if it ends its other wars in the quadrant. As the Empire, you are strong, but is the quadrant strong without you? The Borg will not take sides. They oppose everyone. Let's do this middle one, see if that one works.
Do not dictate strategy
to say the same thing for each one?
Now, did you have...
Be careful. Do not presume to know full strength. Ah! What does the Empire gain by fighting at your side? We do not need to be hamstrung by your weakness or to put your needs above our own.
Resources should be allocated based on need. The demands of the Empire may have to give way to the needs of others. Yeah, he's probably not going to respond to that one. Keep talking like that. I'm sure the Borg will pass you by if you show that you're so pig-headed that you have nothing to offer the collective. Jeez. Our needs are shared. If any single planet falls to the Borg, it will only make them stronger. Our alliance is only as strong as its weakest member. We all need to step in to assist them. Let's do this one.
Ha! Starfleet fleet won't survive without our assistance. It is good, then, that we see the merit in fighting at your side in this instance. It would not be honorable for us to reserve our strength while others go out to fight. That is a trick worthy of a Romulan.
Nice. Speaking of which, where are the Romulans? They should be here. Awesome.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add
Got
to
him.
this discussion?
Alright, let's talk about balance. A balance can only be preserved with the help of the fairy.
Maintaining balance with all things must be our primary concern.
This isn't about balance, it's about stopping the Borg before they assimilate our worlds. War is on your very doorstep, and you waste time talking about balance. There are Borg attacks on Deferi right now. Do you think that they want to stop and discuss philosophy? Let's try that one.
Balance comes in many forms. It may be our time to depart this universe and make way for others, as others have done before. If it is, so be it. We will protect what we can of our culture and knowledge for those who come after, as the Preservers did for us.
That is not a good response. Let's try that again.
Now, did you...
Maintaining balance.
This isn't about
with all
balance.
things
It's about
must be our
stopping the Borg
primary
before they
concern.
assimilate our worlds.
My world is one of those at risk, but I cannot reject balance, even to save my home and people. The universe uses conflict to restore the balance when we move too far out of equilibrium. The Borg advance, as painful as it may be, is simply another adjustment.
The Borg do not seek balance. Instead of incorporating a person into their collective, they dominate, wiping away any trace of who that person once was. This furthers the imbalance.
It is one thing to choose to swim upstream against the current. It is quite another to drain the river because it is flowing in the wrong direction. The Borg do not respect the balance. We will offer what support we can to your fight.
Good.
Let's take a quick recess to cool off. And that's funny. I don't remember anyone being scheduled to fly through the wormhole today.
What's going on?
There's something coming out of the wormhole. Captain, it's a Dominion fleet. They're charging weapons. Red alert!
Let's go.
Jem'Hadar boarding the station. Get the delegates out of here.
We have to get out of here!
It is time to leave.
Yeah, it is. Let's go.
Evac Protocol Alpha. Andrews, get everyone to shuttles. Prep the Defiant for launch. Blast it. The Jem'Hadar have cut off access to ops. Karen, you'll need to coordinate the evacuation. We'll get the delegates to the docking ring, and then I'll try to join you in ops.
Let's go. That led this diplomacy to a quick halt. And what the heck? Why can't I use one of those pole arms? Dang it. Wait, am I not tactical? Okay, there we go. Losers. I go? That's right, I forgot that guy, they had like claws or something like that. Is that me? Oh no, that was theirs. Perfect. Totally use that. And the other take is... Ooh, this guy's up top. That's right, you got nothing. Who's next? I like how these guys are patiently waiting for me to finish before they shoot at me. That's what's polite of them. Next. Get it? Or is there one more? Oh, there is one more. Captain, we need you back on the ship. We'll hold position here as long as we can, but the Gemini fleet is approaching the station. Use the docking door to return to your ship. Yes, let's do it. Is that this one? Board my ship. They really should have changed this up a little bit, because your character is a Jem'Hadar, so there should be something there. But I think they didn't want to work on it too much because it's the older story. It's not as connected, so they're just like, So. You did it. There's a hole in the Jem'Hadar front line. I'm coordinating the shuttles to set a course and make their escape, but we will need to protect them. You got it. Let's see if these guys have anything to say. Probably wasn't a good idea. Ooh, jeez. Oh, it wasn't even damaging them. What the crap? That's bull crap. Oh, I was. Huh. I almost got that guy. Ooh, that means that I can kill all those guys. Dun dun dun.
Captain Caroland, good to know that you and the delegates are safe. Jem'Hadar have stormed the station and we're losing critical areas. The Defiant has launched and I've evacuated everyone possible, but a few of us stayed to...
Andrews? Andrews! Someone, answer me! What's going on?
Captain, my name is Loris, and I represent the Dominion. This station, and all remaining souls on it, are now under our control.
Dun dun dun! Captain, there's nothing more we can do but see our guests to safety. I have been in contact with Starfleet. They would like us to report to Bajor. Planning for a counter-offensive is underway, but for today, the station belongs to the Jem'Hadar. It is our duty to ensure that Bajor does not fall as well. Warp to Bajor. We will regroup and recover and take what's ours. The fleet is retreating to Bajor space to protect the planet in case the Jem'Hadar decide to push their advantage. Captain Kurland is in contact with Starfleet Command, and we are routing all available ships to this region. We defended them once. We can do it again. Crazy. Alright, that's it for this episode. We'll see you on the next one. Enjoy.